Hello guys, welcome to Photoshop Tutorials. Subscribe to our channel for regular updates. The source files are given as a link in the description below. Now let's get into the tutorial. Select the background layer and click on Ctrl Command J to duplicate a layer. Now click on Ctrl Command Shift A to open Camera Raw, so we have to perform some basic exposure adjustments. The main thing you have to do in Camera Raw is to cut the shadows and decrease the highlights to bring down all the overexposed areas. I'm decreasing the exposure a bit since the skin is exposed. The main objective of adjusting the basic settings is to make the picture look like an even light portrait. Moving on to HSL adjustments. Here you can find 3 tabs: Hues, Saturation, Luminance. By adjusting the hues, you can see the color changes happening on the subject or in the background. This is done just to pop up the background colors mostly. In saturation, you can increase the vibrance of every single color in this picture. By adjusting the luminance, you can darken or lighten the color available in the picture. Hit on OK once you're done. Let's tone up the skin. Open a new selective colors adjustment layer. Adjusting the reds and yellows to tone up the skin. And click on Ctrl Command I to invert the layer mask and brush out the subject. Let's color up her costume and the background. Open a new selective colors adjustment layer. Let's boost up the colors available in the picture like cyans and magenta. OK, we are done. Hold Alt and click on Skin Tones Layer Mask and place it on Overall Color Boost layer and click on Ctrl Command I. So the color boost doesn't affect the skin tone. Now let's do some local dodge and burn. Open a new layer, click on Shift F5. On the dialog box, select Contents option and click on 50% gray, blending mode normal and opacity 100%. Hit on OK. Turn the gray layer blending mode to soft light. Select the brush tool, masking colors black and white. Brush setting opacity 100%, flow 1% or changeable accordingly. Now select white and start dodging the subject. Only highlight the areas where you see lights on the subject. Once you're done with the dodge, select black and start burning. Burn only the areas where you see shadows. A tip for the beginners: if you're in the starting stage of learning to dodge and burn, you can use 2 gray layers, one for dodge and one for burn. If you're a pro, then you can go with a single layer. See that you cover all the areas in a subject. The more time you take, the more effective output you will get. Okay, let me speed up this process. Okay guys, we are done with the local dodge and burn. Now let's move on to separation of the subject from the background. Open a new level adjustment layer, increase shadows a bit. Now select the brush tool and start brushing out the subject from the dark using a layer mask. Okay, we are done with this step. Let's color up the background. Open a new selective colors adjustment layer. Changing the color to neutrals and adjusting the bars. I'm looking for pink. Okay, this is fine. Click on Ctrl Command I to invert the layer mask. Now let's brush it out using a layer mask, so the color change doesn't affect the skin tone. Let's darken around the subject. Open a new layer. Select black. Brush setting, opacity 100%, flow 10% approximately. Start brushing smoothly around the subject. Changing the blending mode to soft light. Okay, this is fine. Let's form a fog kind of effect in the background. Open a new layer. Choose Mixer Brush tool. Hold Alt to select the source color at the background and start brushing on the particular area. If there is a color change, again hold Alt and select the source color. If the colors spread on the subject, we can erase it using an eraser tool. Okay, this is fine. Let's move on to the final image tone boosting process. Select the topmost layer and click on Ctrl Command, Shift, Alt, E to merge all the below layers to form a new layer. Now click on Ctrl Command, Shift A to open Camera Raw. Let's now boost up the image using Camera Raw. The final color grading plays a major role of fine-tuning a picture. Most of the professionals will bring up their personal touch using this final tuning process. Okay, now let's get into it. Adjusting the basic settings to see whether this will bring up something better. Moving on to curves to brighten the highlights and increasing the shadows to form a depth. Let's go to split toning, which creates the final tone of the image. I'm looking for a reddish green color. Okay, this is fine for me. Click on the radial filter and make a circle around the subject. This will create a depth around the subject by making the background darker. We can adjust the darkness from basic settings as needed. Okay, this is fine. Hit on OK once you're done. We've come to the end of this tutorial. If you have any doubts, you can ask them on the comments section below. Hope this tutorial was useful. Hit on the like button if you liked this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for regular updates. Follow us on Instagram, link given in the description below.